Hello and welcome back. I haven't done one of these for a while, but I thought this one was an interesting sheet metal part that seems to be challenging for some people. So I want to go over a couple of ways of doing that in Onshape, a kind of normal way, and then a really neat, quick way to do it in just 3 features. Well, one sketch and 3 features. Anyway, let's dive right in. So the first way is pretty standard. So you'd start with the top shape, then do this. This is 180, and we've got an angle of 15 degrees. Got a new mouse, I'm not used to it yet. That's all you need for this sketch. Then you create a sheet metal model with a thicken, making sure we've got 3 millimeters and the bend radius of 3 millimeters, and I want to make sure I go up, which is good. Now the next part is to do the flange, which is 24 millimeters tall, and I am going to grab the 3 edges, and you will see that's one of the places where people stumble, and you want to take hold line to make sure that the base matches the base sketch. So now, obviously the corners are not what we want, but we're going to use move face, which is really what, like, a very powerful and integral part of the Onshape sheet metal toolbox. So you're going to do, here you have to do twice because the angle isn't the same, so the distance that you have to move them by is different. Otherwise you could get away with just doing one. Now the next part is to create those flanges, but if you try to create a flange directly from here, it will interfere, so it won't work. So again, we can use the move face to give ourselves some room, just some arbitrary distance. This doesn't actually matter. And here we can do both. And now we can get our other flanges done, which would be this one. And so there's a couple of things you want to do here. So for the, instead of bend angle, you want align to geometry so that you can pick that face, and that's going to make sure it's parallel. And for the end type, up to entity, so that's the right length. And the way Onshape does this, you can actually do both at the same time, and they will both have the correct end condition and the correct direction, even though the bend angle and length are different, which is kind of neat. And then, you probably guessed it, but we're going to do move face again. I'm going to move this face up to here with our offset of 0.5 millimeters. Repeat at the other end, up to offset 0.5, and that's it for this. Then we just need to do the slots. So we've got, let's see, this one, I guess we don't know the height. I'm gonna make this parallel to this, and then this. Let's see, you got a couple dimensions. This would be, that's the 80 to 60, and then our 2 slots, which are going to be 16, and then we just need a dimension between here and here of 30. And because I made this parallel to this edge, the same as, I don't need to actually make them tangent, just use the dimension. And that's basically it. And I guess we can check our mass. 554, I think that was it. Should double check. I'll have to check that because I'm not actually sure. But regardless, this is the idea of how you can do this, and it's basically just using sheet metal features and move face features to get all of that. So next is the 3 feature option, which is going to be interesting. So I'm going to start a new part studio. And actually, I might actually need 4 features, really, if I'm being honest. Let me not get too distracted if I'm thinking too many things at the same time. So we start the same way. Make that 15. But we're going to do the other kind of preferred way of dealing with sheet metal in Onshape, which is by converting a solid. So I'm actually going to create the shape of the outline, and in this case this part beyond the given 180 is going to be 1 thickness plus 1 bend radius, which is 6. So we're going to do that here, do that here, make sure this is 6, and then we're going to use a aligned rectangle to do the same thing. And here we go. So we could do that, but we can actually do one more thing. Like this. And this time we're only going to make this 3. And I am going to make this and this coincident. And now the fun part, can make this 0.5, which is the offset we want for our flanges. And same here, 0.5. And now I guess the part where you can do it all in one feature is I'm gonna put the slots in here like before. Put this at 80. And now I have to be careful here because the 60 is really, this is the outer flange, so I need plus 1 thickness plus 0.5. So really I want 60 plus 3.5. So it's 3.5. There we go. So that requires a little bit of math. 16, and then we want our dimension. We do have our external face directly here, so that should be good. So now we're going to do a regular extrude for this one at 24, but we're going to exclude these regions. So this is our base shape. It looks a little bit weird, but now if we do a thicken, we can pick this, 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 and this, pick our bends, and we also have to reverse the thickness. Now we've got this fairly good looking thing already. And now we can do our flange, which is going to be, again, going to do the same thing, but we're going to keep inner this time. We're going to go up to here. Oh, sorry, keep doing that. Up to here. And then for the angle, we're going to do align to geometry again. And you can see this looks pretty good. And again, Onshape is actually pretty smart. You can grab both in one go. And this is basically it. Double check that we've got 0.5 and 0.5. And for the mass, oh yeah, I guess I do need to delete that part because this mass table looks for everything at the same time. And here we've got 555.7. Okay, so we're might be a little bit off here. But okay, so I need to double check that. But anyway, I don't want to distract too much. The key point was that one sketch and 3 features can create this correct shape in Onshape, which is pretty cool. Anyway, it's a little bit of troubleshooting. I'll see if I can figure it out, but it might even be with taller. No, 0.2 gram. Okay, this is one of the two is off. I'll have to double check what's going on here. Okay, I did find the issue by measuring between here and here. I don't have my 60, and the mistake here is that I did 63.5, but really it's 60 minus 3.5 because I want 60 from the outer face here, which is going to be 1 thickness plus 0.5. So this was the problem, and I get 554.3, which is correct. Anyway, that's all I had for today. Have a good one.